Hey baby kittens, it's Nanas here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So recently season 14 split 1 ended and split 2 started. There are quite a few interesting item and run changes in patch 14.10, and my Twitch chat and I cooked something really interesting yesterday and potentially become the next trending support meta. So I would like to share it with you guys here. I haven't digged too much into other stuff yet, but one thing to know that I did test out, and I'm about to share the first strike keystone change. So the base gold went up from 5 to 15, which makes it more profitable for supports, even though they might not do as much damage compared to other carries in the game. And the inspiration tree is actually really strong for scaling. You earn like 340 gold for magical boots and triple sonic. This is like worth 300 gold, and this is worth 440 gold. And with the support item gold income from last few patches, it gives you more income to buy seraphs and more income after support item completion. So for run wise, the inspiration tree is good as we talked about earlier. First strike, magical footwear, and triple tonic. Triple tonic scales really well, and you can also go biscuit delivery if you feel like you want more sustain and more mana in lane. And cosmetic insight is really good too. I think it shorten your flash and other sums cooldown by like about a minute or so. And it also shortens your Seraph's Embrace active by like 30 seconds. And I think it also shortens your Celestial Opposition and Dreammaker cooldown, but don't quote me on that. So Cosmetic Insight decreases your flash cooldowns and make it up more often, which makes you more likely to survive against engaged support matchups or like survive in general and be more active. And for the secondary rampage, I know all the Sona mains have like a crazy obsession over gathering storm, and it's useful to keep your teammates in a game by pinning it when voting no, yes. And mana flow band just solves Sona's mana hungry problems early game, because this rampage is just not really giving any other mana stats. You can also go presence of mind. Presence of mind always solve Sona mana issues, and with the new Legend Haze run, it decreases your ability cooldown, so it's kind of good too. Item wise, I prefer to first item Sarah's Embrace because the shield, mana, and ability power CDR are too broken on Sona. So for second item, Echoes of Helia recently got buffed, so I've been playing around with it, and it seems kind of broken. So let's just build Helia for now. And the third item is Staff of Flowing Water. Even though not taking Ari makes its proc harder, but Staff of Flowing Water is still really good on Sona. And then Lucidity Boots. For item is optional. You can go whatever you want based on the situation. People ask this a lot, so I'm gonna go over the support items for Sona. So Dreammaker is good for buffing hypercarry teammates, and good for when you can't interact with enemy team as much, like if they outrange you and stuff, and your teammates can better deal with them. Solstice Slay is good for disengage and good for chasing in team fights. If you feel like you have to constantly reposition yourself and utilize movement speed well with your teammates, this might be good. Blood Song is a unique Shin item. It doesn't stack with other Shin items, by the way, so don't build a Blood Song and get a Shin item. And since Sona's abilities are very short cooldown, she can constantly proc it and use it a lot. You build it when your team is AP heavy. This is physical damage, so you can get provided some additional physical damage to your team. And if you can constantly proc your auto attacks on enemy champions, like if you outrange them by a lot, if you're against the out melee tanks, it provides additional damage marks. So your team can kill the tanks faster. Sussex Rim Spike is good for extra AP damage, and when you want more damage versus range comps, it's longer range than Blood Song, cause Blood Song is an auto attack buff, and the Sex Rim gets procced whenever you press Q and R. And the Celestial Opposition gives you more survivability. Build it when you feel like you might die a lot. It's good versus assassins, good versus bursts, good when you have to face check bushes a lot. And it's kind of bad when enemy team can constantly proc it, so don't build it if you feel like they outrange you a lot and poke you a lot. So personally, I think you can take a first strike against any matchups, but it is best to take it versus volley matchups that can't really poke you and easily proc your first strike. So I don't recommend taking first strike into full long range team comps because it's very hard for you to proc it. So this lane driven blitz, it's actually really good to take a first strike into because one, they can't really proc my first strike unless I walk up and trade auto attacks with Draven or blitz land a hook or something. And its cosmetic insight decreases my flash cooldowns, so I'm safer in this lane. All I need to do is to dodge blitz hooks and walk up and poke with Q. If you poke with Q, then it's guaranteed the first strike proc. If you use auto attacks and they auto you at the same time, there's a chance that it might not be procced. But if you press Q, then it's always procced. As you can tell, this blitz is kind of bad. Really bad, actually, so we just poke with Q and proc first strike, and they can't stop us from scaling at all. One really annoying thing for me when I was playing with my Airy AP carry build is that when I poke very hard and get enemy HP really down, really low, right? My team could not finish killing them, and as a result, my pokes doesn't do anything. But with the first strike, I make additional income, like about 16, 17 every 25 seconds, which stacks up to about like 200 gold if you use it really well, like by 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So it's really rewarding. And it makes you scale in a safer way, like a guaranteed scaling if you play well in terms of poking and surviving. You don't even have to try to kill enemy team that hard. And as you can see at 9-minute mark, I have better items than all of my solo laners who has been CSing and have like a kill or two. And this will keep snowballing with the first strike. And that's basically all I wanna say about first strike Sona. And we're doing more dare crafting on Sona in Split 2. So if you want more follow-ups on that, feel free to like subscribe my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see live Sona gameplays. And thank you so much for watching. Also, it recently brought to my attention that people don't really like the way I talk. Like I talk too slow or something. So I kind of want to try full-time content creating. So to attract more audience, I will try to upload an AI voice version. And please let me know if a lot of people want this, cause I think it might be quite time consuming to type out the script and let AI like voice it and then like redo this whole video. And I I'm kind of busy right now, so but if you guys really want it, then I'll do that. So please let me know if you guys really want it. Thank you so much. Peace.
喵嘛。